What's up, guys? It's been a minute, but we are back. I wanted to start doing some more informational videos, giving you some insight on my coaching. Again, I have the Instagram, and I put an educational post on that, but obviously this is a better medium to convey, more in-depth information to you. So to start this off, I wanted to do a video on 5 reasons that people fail to meet their physique goals. And you might be thinking, things like not adhering to their diet or stuff like that. But we're going to look a little bit deeper than just those surface variables. So the number one is not approaching things objectively and allowing you to make decisions both acutely and both with over the long-term vision from a subjective standpoint or from your emotions. The mental side of things has to be addressed first and foremost, whether that's issues with body dysmorphia, whether those are eating issues, etc., for you really to succeed in this endeavor. I'm not telling people to be robots, because obviously there's a time to be emotional, and I want that aspect from people I work with, but to truly make good judgment calls, we have to approach things objectively. So please, before you even consider, making strides forward physically, make sure that the mental game is on point. Furthermore, I can tell you, doing this, as a career, that people that do have that objective mind state always make better physical progress than ones that are subjective, emotional, etc. So that is the base work that I lay for every client I work with. 2 is the inability to keep the time frame in context. So often I'll have people come to me and, we're 4 weeks in, and they'll say, oh, we're already 4 weeks in. And I kind of get a chuckle because, okay, let's talk about being 4 years in. Let's talk about years, not days, not weeks. This is a lifestyle shift. There's no set end goal. First of all, you're never going to be satisfied. This is about getting better. What we're doing is solely about getting better. It's not about an end goal. So the end goal is arbitrary. There is no end goal. So it's ongoing. It's going to be a long process. And that kind of shifts into my third one, and that is not making it a lifestyle. And solely focusing on this arbitrary physical goal that they have, rather than coming to learn how to love the process that's involved and truly making it something that's a part of your life. And this is dangerous from 2 aspects. First of all, it's people that typically just are only goal oriented, don't enjoy the process. And I can tell you right now that people that do this never make it to their end goal. That motivator is very transient. It's very weak, and it's very acute. It's very short-lived. You might see people hold on for a couple weeks, but eventually they're going to, they're not going to get to that goal. Second of all, it creates the ideology that there is an end goal. And what that does is it makes them think that once they get to that goal, that the work is not going to have to continue to either maintain that goal or to get better. So it's a very dangerous kind of thought process, and that's why I get people to shift. I never say that you shouldn't focus on a goal, because that's part of motivation. That's that is involved in human motivation, and that's something that can really bring a lot of reward when we meet these set goals. But we more so learn to, again, enjoy the daily process, and that means enjoying your training, getting involved in the lifestyle, enjoying eating healthy and using food for fuel, but enjoying it as well, and factors like that. So make sure you enjoy what you do. 4, the inability to be consistent with things. And there's this movement going on about balance, and you need to be able to live, and you should do this as well. If you want to, I have 2 thoughts here. If you want to achieve anything great, it's going to take, your balance is going to be shifted towards that endeavor. So there's that. That's reality. The more that I work here, the more that I do this, the more that I respond to emails, the more that I reach out to people, make my presence known, just do what I do, the more my career grows, the more my clientele grows. the more I put into my body, my bodybuilding, the better that I get at that. I've seen this time and time again with every endeavor I've been involved in. The more attention, focus you put on it within context, the more results you're going to get. Now, balance can be had, but again, it's disguised as this thing where people do a complete 180 when they think of balance. So we have this lifestyle, and then when they think of balance, it's like everything is cut off. Their goals just go out the window, and it's just a totally different ballgame. So what I see is people get so gung-ho and they're goal-oriented, and finally they're like, I just need balance, I just need balance. And they do a complete 180. So they do a step forward and a step back, or even oftentimes they'll do a step forward and then they'll do 2 steps back. And that's why I stay on top of people not getting burnt out and making sure that when they have balance, when they're going on vacation, when they're doing that, they keep both goals in mind. You can eat outside of your macros, you can not track and be smart about it. There are times where, it's okay over the holidays, Christmas, whatever, to enjoy some meals, to for that to be the focal point. But again, it comes to a point where people just, it's a flip. They just totally flip for weeks on end, and it's all for nothing. And number 5, inability to train hard, guys. If you go to any commercial gym and you look at people training, how do they train? They don't train hard. People talk about being beasts and lions on Facebook all the time, but I've yet to see one in the gym. It's very rare, and it's only people around that I know and I'm are really in depth in this lifestyle. They really train hard. So that is the stimulus to change. Your body is going to change because you tell it to, from a physiological standpoint. So I'm not saying go in and do 40 sets all to failure, drop sets, forced reps, etc. But on those work sets, you should be grinding. I mean, they should be hard work sets. Again, you listen to your body as far as recovery, etc. But when you go hard. Everything that we do, we go hard. So I tell people, train hard, but rest just as hard. So anyways, I hope those helps you guys, give you a little bit different angle than just the regular, you're not eating your 6 meals of chicken and broccoli a day, and look at a different angle where potentially you can improve. Thank you.